Uh, Good evening, everyone. This is Robert from RJL Network. Welcome you to another exciting edition of Super Advanced Stratomatic Baseball. This is the 1986 New York Mets, baseball like it ought to be, and that was the that was the slogan they used in 1986. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. We're going to play a quick game of Stratomatic. Hopefully it's quick, but who knows what will happen. Once again, super advanced to all of you there. So I'm still learning the system, relearning the system. I decided to make myself some helper cards. The back of the rule book, I pretty much copied on cardboard. Made a copy of that too. Makes it a little bit easier. And a little bit of a helper card here to help me out. It's not perfect yet, but something I can work for now, for stealing and all that stuff. So I thought we'd play another edition of Super Advanced Stratomatic. So we will see what happens tonight. Scooney 007 Sports Time Machine. Good to see you guys. Happy Thanksgiving to Utah Mike and you, of course. This game was played on April 12th, 1986. The Phillies historically won it 9-8. There were 36 hits in this game, so this was not a pitcher's duel. Between these two guys. Sid Fernandez was the starting pitcher for the Mets, and lefty Steve Carlton was the starting pitcher for the Phillies. Carlton would start the season with the Phillies. He would wind up on the Giants later, and then he would end the season on the White Sox. So Steve Carlton was a journeyman in 1986. Kind of a sad way to, as Carlton was beginning to wind down in his career. In 1986. So we'll see what he does tonight here for some super advanced Stratomatic baseball. And of course, I got Utah Mike to help me out with any information here. But as I said, I did create a helper card, so I didn't have to go to the rule book and all that. I still wish I could find. I'm going to have to laminate these somehow or something. This is just dumb. Multi-million-dollar corporation. You can't give us cardboard super fielding charts. Really Stratomatic is fun. I'm so glad my favorite game is Inside Pitch. By the way, for those of you out there, Inside Pitch is having a Black Friday sale. And of course, Chris has just released the 1993 and 1996 seasons. So pick them up if you wish, if those are one of the two, if those are seasons you were interested in. And of course, he's due as a Black Friday sale, so check it out for tomorrow. As most everybody's doing a Black Friday sale, Play.com, Stratomatic, Fall Classic, I think is doing one too. So although I don't think Appa's doing one. I don't remember seeing anything from Appa. I don't think Appa's doing one. So I don't know what's up with them, but whatever. Anyway, we're going to play some super advanced Stratomatic here. This is game 3 of the 1986 baseball season, the greatest baseball season of all time. And we will stick with the Mets as they play the Philadelphia Phillies in game 2 of this 3-game set. So let's get right to it, shall we? Leading off for the Phillies of Steve Carlton, and of course, lefty Hall of Famer. Yes. Is he one of the greatest of all time? Yes. But did not have a great year in 1986. 5 wins, 11 losses, a 5.89 ERA in the National League. And of course, you can see on his card here, they got San Francisco, because usually Stratomatic goes ahead and puts the player on the team that he finished with, not the team he started with. The one thing I do like about Stratomatic is that on the advanced side, it doesn't matter. They don't have the team name on the advanced side of the card. And I actually think that's not too bad for this kind of situation. For those people who wish that, like, Inside Pitch would probably have multiple cards for traded players, although I like it the way it is. But this is actually not too bad for SOM. So Steve Carlton gets the start, and let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Mets, of course, is center fielder Lenny Dykstra. And we are going to use, we're going to use 2 black dice and a white die for the game. And I will be rolling. I wish I could really roll. I wish I could use I really wish I could use my tower, but I really don't have the room. But My desk is perfect. My desk is perfect for inside pitch. It's not perfect for anything else. I mean, don't get me wrong. So although let's see here. And here's this, but this thing is going to cover up that unless I move these to somewhere else and roll on that. But then you're not going to be able to see it. I'll just roll on the board. Forget it. I'll just roll on the board. Let's see here. But keeping track of the trades with Baseball Reference in a notepad. Yeah, like I said, I would like that, but it's not that important to me. I have no problem with it. I don't have, me. I have no caveats with Chris's inside pitch. Except for maybe one thing, I wish he had a better rare play chart, but who knows? Anyway, let's play some Stratomatic here, shall we? Super Advanced, top of the first, Mets and Phillies, Dykstra leading off, and that is going to be a 410. 410, and let's see, 410 against a lefty, and that is I didn't do, my bad. I got to roll for the ballpark check. Super Advanced. We're going to use a Super Advanced weather chart, National League, and this game I believe was played at night. I think this was a night game. Give me a second, I'll check it out real fast, but I believe this was a night game. Let's see. And no, it was a day game. All right. It was a day game on turf. So day game. So let's see. Day, April, May. So let's see what we got. It's a 9, and that is going to be good weather. So it'll be good weather in Philadelphia. So 1 to 9. And that was a ballpark. And again, and a 410. And a 410 is actually a ballpark single check. And I don't remember. I'm going to re-roll the D20 as fairness. So a 1 to 9, it'll be a ballpark single, and it is not. It is going to be a line out to second base. So he lines out to second, 1 down. So we have good weather at Veterans Stadium. Next batter for the Mets is second baseman Tim Teufel. He got the start, as Teufel usually went against left-handed batters. 247 average, 4 bombs, and 31 RBIs for Teufel in 1986. Kimmy Poo joins us here. Good to see you there. Yep, Saturday afternoon at the vet. And that is a 3-4. And against a lefty, that is a ground ball back to the pitcher for Teufel. Grounder back to lefty. He'll go ahead and take it over. And that will be out number 2. Yes, Kimmy Poo, this is not inside pitch. This is Stratomatic Super Advanced. Here comes Keith Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. Don't worry, inside pitch will be making a return. New Year's Day. And of course, here we are with Steve Carlton. And Steve Carlton will be the starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies against the Chicago Cubs on New Year's Day to start off the 1972 inside pitch season. And that will be against Fergie Jenkins. I don't think you guys have a problem if I start lefty and Jenkins for an opening day game in 1972. 2 Hall of Famers. I don't think you guys have an issue with that. Fernandez the batter, and that is a 1-7. And against the lefty, it's a walk. So Hernandez actually draws a walk. And that'll bring up the kid, Gary Carter. He has 2 home runs already on the season. I've not been keeping track of stats, although I should. And I probably could go back into the game and try to keep track of stats. So Hernandez on at first. Nothing on Havoc. So Carlton will go ahead and pitch. And that is a 6-6. And against a righty, 6-6. And against a righty, that's a 15. And that is going to be a double for Gary Carter. So he's going to get a 2-base double. Hernandez will have to hold. Now, of course, if this was inside pitch, we would see Keith Hernandez's running rating 1 to 12, but he automatically holds, but would roll the die automatically to see what happens. So a 6-6, that is a double for Carter as he starts off again hitting well. Doesn't bring the run in, and that'll bring up the straw. As Brandon Baker joins us. Yes, happy Thanksgiving to everyone, by the way. So now runners at second and third, 2 outs, top of the first, nothing on Havoc. And Carlton will go ahead and deal to the straw. He's still looking for his first home run of the postseason. Season. 5-9. And against the lefty, that is going to be a ground ball to first. That'll be handled by Mike Schmidt, who's actually at first base today. Michael Jack Schmidt. He will go ahead and take it. Ground ball to first and end the inning. So no runs and a hit for the Mets as they strand a couple. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the New York Mets, his first appearance of the 1986 season, Sid Fernandez. Sid Fernandez, good year. 16 wins, 6 losses, a 3.52 ERA. He had 200 strikeouts, 91 walks, though. He could be a little wild. So let's go to the bottom of the first, and leading off for the Phillies will be Gary Redus. He is in left field. So let's see what the Mets do. Let's see what Fernandez has got for 1986. And that is a 2-4. And against the lefty, that is a ballpark. Against the lefty, that is a ballpark single check. That's a 4, and that is going to be a base hit. So Gary Redus will get a ballpark single. The weather is good here at Philadelphia today. So a 1-9, a 1-9. I'm sorry. Oh no, that's a 4. That's a ballpark single. That's an 11. Actually, a 1-11 is a ballpark single. So I'm looking at the wrong thing there. I'm looking at that. So 1-11 for a 1-17 for a righty, and 1-11 for a lefty. So already Redus on base. Here comes Milt Thompson. Redus a definite stealing threat. He will be held, and they are going to see if they're going to send him here. So let's see. We roll all the dice to see if he gets a lead. At 11, he does not get the lead, and he will hold. So we'll go ahead, and that was a 5, so nothing on Havoc. So we will. So now Fernandez will pitch to Thompson, and that is a 3-10. 3-10 against the lefty, and that is 3-10. Let's see, 3-10 against, or is it 3-10 against the lefty? That is another ground ball. That is another ballpark single check, but that's a 19, and believe it or not, that is going to be a lineout. Thompson, a lefty, would be a 1-11 to get a base hit, but that is a 19. That's going to be a lineout. And it'll be a line out to second. So 1 out he doesn't get the ballpark single, though. Here comes Juan Samuel. He is at second base. And we'll do and again, Redus will try to get the jump. He does not get it. And nothing on the Havoc anyway. So he stays put. So Redus will stay at first base. Fernandez now will pitch to Samuel. And that is a 2. That is a 2-8. And against the lefty, that is a swing and a miss, and struck him out. First strikeout for El Cid. And the batter will be this guy, Michael Jack Schmidt. And he was not a bad first baseman as well. He did not play bad at first. He was excellent at third, but he was very good at first base. So, and Mike Schmidt, oh yeah. And, of course, greatest third baseman of all time. I don't care what anybody says. So Schmidt will go ahead, and Redus, for the second time, is going to try to get the lead. And that's a 6. This time he does get the lead. Of 19. And the hold rating is 0. So 19. Carter is a 0 arm. Redus was being held. So let me check my thing here. So captures arm, plus or minus pitcher's hold, -2 if lead is good, and -4 if held without the lead. So this would be, let's see here. So he is a 19-0. Carter is a 0. He was being held. So, and that wasn't got the lead. So that's -2. And they're going to send him. So a 1-17, Redus will steal, and he barely gets under the tag, but he does. You don't think you can get the lead more than once in an inning? So only once in an inning? You can't do it every at bat like Inside Pitch does? Geez, wow, okay. Maybe you're right. I will check since you are the expert at this. but I will look. I didn't think he could do it for once. He's going to get it once to leave, once at bat. Let's find out. You're probably right. Let's see here. Let's see. Players who steal often. I've been asked what's pitchers and some batters. Let's see. 2 numbers. Combine the catcher's arm. Doesn't say anything about that. Let's see here. We're going to supplement a sling system. In this system, each base runner is ready for frequency. We're working against both. Ignore the base runners runner grade. Numbers presenting a slash. Once per at bat. So it is once per at bat. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I can't see just once per inning. So once per at bat, I believe. Yes, once per at bat, I believe. That's the same thing. That's the same thing with inside pitch. That's the thing about inside pitch. Inside pitch, you can, you roll the strategy roll for every new at bat, or if the base running positions have changed. All right, so Reedus is on second. He does steal it, but just barely. He got under it, but just barely on the tag. Reroll a havoc, nothing happening. So now Schmidt will bat with Reedus on second on a stolen base for him. Let's see what happens. Can Sid get out of this jam? And that is a 4-4. And against a righty, that is going to be 4-4. 4-4, and that is going to be a ground ball, third base X. So that's hit the Knight. Knight's rating is a 321. Knight is a 321. And that is a 7. And that is going to be a G3. And Knight's rating is a 21, and that is a 6 at third base. And he is going to make an error. Wow, another error. So Ray Knight's going to make an error at 21 on a 6. And that is a 6. That is an E1. And that is a G3. So G3 error, batters the first, runners advance 1 base. So Ray Knight commits an error, allows the runners to move on. That is an E5. First error on the Mets. They had an error in the game historically. So Reedus goes to third. Schmidt's on at first. E5, and now the batter will be Glenn Wilson. So Ryan Sullivan joins us here. Good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving to you. -4 pitcher hold, catcher arm. Right. But Fernandez has a hold of 0 here. So that's at least I'm looking here. All right, so runners at first and third, 2 outs. We'll run a havoc. No one's going to try to steal here. 9, nothing happening. So once again, Fernandez can't get out of an inning because of an error. The Mets are very error-prone so far. I think it's, the 6th error already? We're only in game 3. So let's see what happens. So we roll, and that is a 5-10. And against a righty, a 5-10 is catcher's X card. So that is Carter, and Carter is excellent. So Carter is excellent. And Carter is a 1-3. And that is an 11. And that's going to be a G1. And that is a 10. And that's going to be an easy play. So grounded at the plate. Carter will take care of it. He will throw to first and end the inning. Or actually a G1. G1. Let me just make sure. Dang it. I keep on dropping this darn sheet. There's just no place for me to put this stupid thing. Let me just see here. G3. Let's make sure I get it right. I'm sorry. G1. G1. Runners at first and third. Runner advance. Infield normal, but it doesn't matter. He's out at first. So it's going to be a G2, and they'll throw to first for the out. So no runs, 1 hit and an error, no score after 1. I'm beginning to think Stratomatic has too many errors. But then again, I've only been playing. I got a very small sample size, so I really can't say that yet. Let's go to the top of the second here. Mets and Phillies. This game was played on April 12th, 86. The $10 million bum, George Foster, will lead off against Carlton as we start the top of the second inning. And that is a 5-3 against a righty. And that is a ballpark single check. And he is a righty. And that is going to be a single. That's going to be a base hit for Foster. He will get it. A leadoff hit for George Foster. He'll get a single and wind up on first. So ballpark single there. Thank you there, Utah Mike. So now the batter is Ray Knight. He is at third base. 298 average, 11 homers, and 76 RBIs. That's a good year. Nothing wrong with that. Foster is not stealing, and they're not going to hold him. Well, maybe he would still. You know what? Even though he doesn't steal, I think you would still hold him, wouldn't you? I think you would. See, there's an inside pitch. I wouldn't have to worry about that. But let's see. Well, I really don't think he would. He's a 6'11". They're not going to now. He's not going to steal anyway. I don't think he even had any. Did he even have any stolen bases? He had one, which is probably a failed hit and run. So I'm not. They won't hold him. They'll stay back. Okay. So Havoc roll. Nothing happening. So Carlton will send a Knight. And that is a 6-11. And against the righty, 6-11 is a home run. That is a home run check. And Ray Knight, a righty, that is a 12. And that is going to be a flyout. That's not going to, that 12 is too high. And that is going to be he is a righty. So that's going to be a fly out the left. So he gets under that. Hits it nicely, but it'll die out there, so 1 out. Next batter is Rafael Santana, the shortstop. Foster will stay where he is. Havoc for Carlton. Nothing happening. Carlton will pitch. And that is a 1-6. And against the lefty, that is a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Carlton gets his first K. And that'll bring up Sid Fernandez. He uses pitcher hitting card number 2. And anything on Havoc? That's a 3. No. So Carlton will go ahead and pitch. 3-6. And that is a ground ball to short, easily handled there by Steve Jeltz. And he will make the play. He will go ahead and throw that. He's going to throw to second. That's it to Jeltz. He's at short. And he'll throw to second to get Foster, and that'll do it. So no runs and a hit for the Mets. And we go to the bottom of the second. So in a game that was a final score of 9-8 in favor of the Phillies, who actually won this game. We're already starting with an early pitchers duel. Here comes starting catcher for the Phillies is John Russell. He got the start for the Phils. 241 average, 13 homers, and 60 RBIs. Not a great setup for Stratomatic. I'll have to do for now. I don't know how many Stratomatic games I'm playing. I'm kind of like playing one every other day or something like that. Of course, I would, if I want to get through the whole Mets season, I could. But, of course, we're not going to be able to do that since with Inside Pitch starting on New Year's Day. And there's other stuff I want to bring onto the table that I can get on here. So here's Fernandez. Trying to really keep – what I'm doing is I'm really keeping my word to My Basement Media Productions because of what he did for me and concerning the fringe players for this season. 310, and against a lefty, that is going to be a leadoff double to right field. So John Russell is going to 310 against the lefty. That is going to be a leadoff double. So the Phillies start with a man on second. Here comes the third baseman, Rick Really Big Shoe. 274 average, 8 homers, and 25 RBIs. The Phillies were the only team in 1986 the Mets had a losing record against in the National League. They had winning records against everybody else. Russell's going to stay where he is. Havoc roll, nothing happening. Fernandez will pitch. 2-11. And let's see. 2-11. 2-11 against the lefty. That is a ballpark home run check. That is a 3, and that is going to be going, and gone. Home run, Rick Shue. He had 8 home runs. He's got normal power, and that's going to be good. That's going to be a 2-run bomb for Rick Shue. And the Phillies will take a 2-0 lead. I always knew Stratomatic wasn't realistic. I knew Strat was totally bonkers with its ratings. Here's Steve Jeltz. He's at short. I said Fernandez gives up the 2-run bomb. 2-0 Phillies now. 5-9, and against a switch right. And that is a 6, and that is going to be a double because Jeltz is hitting from the right side. So, actually, 5-10. My bad. I'm looking at the wrong one. 5-10 catcher's card. My bad. So that is, once again, that is a 5, and that is a G3. That is a PP, and that is a 7, and his rating is a 3. So a 3-7, no error, and that is a 5 PP, and that is a pitch gets past the catcher for a pass ball. But if a pass ball, but the batter pops out to the catcher. I believe the batter pops out to the catcher. So I think BPP if I'm right, if there's nobody on base, right? So with runners on base, the pitcher gets past the ball. All runners advance 1 base. When using the super advanced rules, instructing to determine if a pass ball occurs. If a pass ball does not occur, the batter pops out to the catcher, but there's nobody on base, so that should just be if I'm correct, that's just an out, right? If I'm correct, that's just an out. I think that probably is PP with runners on base. The pass ball does not occur, the batter pops out to the catcher. All right. So it's pop out. So he pops out to Carter, and that is out number 1. Here comes Steve Carlton. Good hitter, actually. He uses pitcher's hitting card number 7. Pitcher's hitting cards. Jeez. Inside Pitch doesn't use pitcher hitting cards. Well, actually, they do, but it's a combination of the pitchers that don't have pitcher hitting cards. And, of course, if you need a pitcher's hitting card for the DH years, I created my own. Anyway, Fernandez will pitch. 3-10, and that's a strikeout. So Fernandez gets his second strikeout of the game, 2 down. And now here is Reedus. Jeltz on second. Well, how would Jeltz be on second? There was nobody on base. How do you have a pass ball with nobody on base? Maybe Jeltz would be on second if there was somebody on base, but there wasn't. So here's Reedus. Reedus got a base hit his first time up. 1-5, and against the lefty, that is going to be a 17 against the lefty, and that's a 17, and that is a fly out the left, and that will do it. So 2 runs on 2 hits, a 2-run bomb by Really Big Shue, and the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead. That's one thing I noticed about Stratomatic. You got all the answers on your cards, and yet you still have to refer to charts. Where Inside Pitch, you don't have to. The only chart you have to refer to, the only chart you have to refer to really is the bunt chart or squeeze bunt chart to see what play is finished. I don't know. Too many. I don't know. Just me. Lenny Dykstra leads up, top of the 3rd. Didn't Jeltz double after Shue home run? No, Jeltz, he popped out to the catcher. Russell hit the double. Shu got the home run. And then Jeltz popped out. So there's Dykstra is 0 for 1. And a 1-2. And against the lefty, that's a foul out to third, one away. So pop out to third. Here comes Tuffle. Tuffle is 0 for 1. 2-4, and that is a ground ball to third. Handled easily there by a really big Shu. And he'll toss it over for 2 outs. And now Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. He walked his first time up. 2-3, and that's a walk. And he walks again. So Hernandez draws a second walk of the game. And that'll bring up the kid. Hernandez not going anywhere. Nothing on Havoc. So Carlton will go ahead and pitch to the kid. 5-8. And against the righty, he walks Carter. So now runners at first and second. And that will bring up the Straw. Straw is 0 for 1. He's still looking for his first home run of the 1986 season. Nothing on Havoc. Carlton will go ahead and he will pitch. 6-5. And against the lefty, and well, I said he was still looking for his. I still said he was looking for his first home run of the 1986 season, and well, he just got it. 6-5 against the lefty. N homer 1-14, 50-20 triple. That is a 14, and that is a kaboom. That ball was pretty high. That ball was pretty deep. That ball was pretty gone. Home run, Darryl Strawberry. I always knew Inside Pitch had some pretty good ratings. I already knew they were pretty good. They were all good. Not as good as Inside Pitch though, but Stratomatic not bad. Three-run bomb by the Straw. Mets take the lead 3-2. As Steeler fan joins us here. Good to see you, Steeler fan. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, my good friend. As Steeler fan who has been with me, as I would like to say that Steeler fan has been with me since I started doing this all these years ago. So, and some of you have been there as well. But he really was, I believe, I'm not even sure, but he may have been probably the first one to really ever enter a chat in a game I was doing. I'm not sure, but either way, he's always been there. So my best thanks to you, Matt. You are an awesome human being. Here's Foster. He got a base hit his first time up. 2-7, and that's a strikeout against the lefty, and that will end the inning. But 3 runs on 1 hit, couple of walks, a 3-run bomb by the Straw, and the Mets take a 3-2 lead. The Mets historically did lose this game 9-8. But right now they do have the lead as we go to the bottom of the third. Milt Thompson leads off for the Phils. He's 0 for 1. 1-6, and that's a strikeout. So Fernandez gets strikeout number 3. Samuel is next, and he struck out his first time up. No, Sports Time Machine. Remember, he could see you. You're not blocked. He could see you. He could maybe. I don't know why he can see you because he's a moderator. There, Utah Mike. Come on, I don't know what the beef is, but whatever, guys. Come on. And I know Matt wouldn't hold on to beef, and I know you wouldn't either there, Utah Mike. So come on. Thanksgiving. Be happy. Be happy that both of you are enjoying a great hobby that we all put together. Thanks to you, Al. Thanks to Steeler fan. Thanks to you, Utah Mike. Al Red Sox fan. Dave Gardner. Uncle Ron Juckett, of course. Baseball with the demos. Tenacious Earl, who I haven't seen much lately, but it's know that he's out there too. Come on, guys. Thanksgiving. Let's love each other. 5-6. And against the righty, that's a K. Struck him out. So strikeout number 4 for El Cid. And now Michael Jack Schmidt. He reached on an error his first time up. 4-7, and against the righty, that's a walk. So Fernandez can't get the inning over real quick enough. So now the batter is Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 1. Schmidt not going anywhere, nothing on Havoc. You're very welcome there, Scooney 007. I'm glad I got some people started in this hobby, and I'll tell you the truth. 4 years ago, in 2019, if you guys had told me I'd be doing this right now, I would have thought you were on crack. Astros comments. Hey, I make Astros comments all the time, you know, Utah Mike. I make Astros comments all the time. Trash can bangers. Let's see here. So Fernandez will pitch. That is a 4-2. And against the righty, that's a ground ball to shortstop. And that'll be handled there by Santana. And that'll end the inning. So not bad. Nothing across except the walk. 3-2 Mets after 3. Top of the 4th. Ray Knight leads off. He is 0 for 1. 6-9 against the righty, and that's a walk. So Steve Carlton walks Ray Knight. So right now, Carlton has had issues finding the plate. That is his 4th walk of the game. Carlton did have 61 walks and 80 strikeouts. So he was a little wild back in that. But of course, this is the later year. The Steve Carlton we're seeing here in 1986 is not the same Steve Carlton we will see in 1972. That will be a much different Steve Carlton. Much different Steve Carlton. As a matter of fact, he was one of the best pitchers of the year that season. Here's Santana. Knight on at first. Santana, not a good bunter. I'm going to have him swing away, and Knight is not going anywhere. So Havoc, nothing on the 7. So I'll let Santana swing. 3-3, and that is going to be against the lefty. That's a ballpark single check. That's a 17, and that he's a righty, and that's going to be good. It's going to be a base hit. Against the righty, a 1-17 is a base hit, is a ballpark single check, and that's exactly what it is. It is a single, and that is a base hit, and I believe that is a single. So ballpark single, and I believe that is a single 1-star, if I'm right. So single 1-star, if I'm correct. Keep on right. No, it doesn't have it on that side of the chart. Single 1-star, right? Single 1-star, right? With results, this side of die. Yeah, it should be I forget. That's a single 1-star, right? I don't know why I didn't write that down. I thought I did. Single 1-star or single 2-star? Yeah, jeez. Let me recheck. I thought I wrote that in. Let's see. Ballpark single. I think that's a single 1-star. Okay, thank you. Single 1-star. So Knight goes to second, and Santana is first. So Santana gets a ballpark single. So once again, the Mets are in business. And that will bring up the pitcher, Fernandez. His bunt rating is an A, and he is going to lay down the bunt. He's going to lay down the bunt. Anything on Havoc? No. So he will lay down the bunt. So we go to the bunt chart. So sacrifice bunt chart. Corners will be in. So his bunt rating is an A. And that is a 4. And that is hit to the first baseman. And that is a 6. And that's defense. So batter drops down a bunt. That's defense, right? Yeah. So that's an A. Even if it would become a B, but it's still defense across the board. So a 4-6 defense. Batter drops down a bunt. The defense is the option of throwing the batter out at first or trying to throw out the lead runner. The batter is automatically safe. Rain Knight, lousy. I think they're going to try to throw him out. So running is 1 to 8. That goes to third. So compute the lead runner's safe range as running speed -4. So he becomes a 1 to 4. Plus the fielder's defensive rating. And that was hit to the first baseman. And that is Mike Schmidt. And his rating is a 2. So they're going to try to get Knight out at third. He is a 1 to 6. So a 1 to 6, he is safe. And he's not. It's 12. He is out. So they get the lead runner, but the other runners will advance. And there is one out. I think I did that right. So Knight is out. So that goes as a fielder's choice. It'll bring up Dykstra. So Dykstra 1 out. So 1 out here. Mets lead 3 to 2. Top of the 4th inning here. Anything on Havoc? And that is a 5. Nope. So Dykstra is up. He's 0 for 2. Baseball with the Demos joins us here. Good to see you there. Good to see you there, Dave. Hope to see some action soon. You still got to finish 93 and 75. So we're waiting for you, my brother. We miss you very badly. Remember, without me, without you, there is no me. So you're the antithesis to me. I need you to play there, Dave. I know it's but happy Thanksgiving to you and to everyone's family out there. And that is a 4-7. And 4-7 against the lefty is going to be a single 2-star for Dykstra. So 4-7 against the lefty, single 2-star. That's going to bring in Santana. That will move Fernandez. So Santana does score. Fernandez to third. And Dykstra over to first. And the Mets now have a 4-2 lead on an RBI single by Nails. You may go live right after your Game 4 of the 1993 ALCS Sox at Toronto. Okay, I hope so. I want to see some baseball here. It's Thanksgiving night. I don't work tomorrow, although I am going to be with a friend tomorrow, but still, So runners at the corners now. Here is Tuffle. And Tuffle is 0 for 2. Anything on Havoc? No. Dykstra, a very good stealer, though. 2 to 5. I'm gonna see if he gets the lead. He does get the lead, and nothing happens with Carlton. So he gets the lead, so 2 to 5. So he is a 19. He is being held. So minus 2 makes him a 17. Carlton -1 is a 16. Russell +2 is an 18. So if I'm correct, the 1 to 18, Dykstra will steal second, and he will. So Dykstra will take second base, a stolen base for him. And now that takes away a chance of a double play. Now the infield is going to play in. So re-roll the Havoc. Nothing happening. Dykstra stays where he is. So let's see what happens. So Tuffle is up. He's 0 for 2. And that is a 3-6. And that's a pop out to the shortstop. So 2 away. Now here's Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. He has walked twice. Nothing on Havoc. So Carlton will go ahead and pitch to Hernandez. Runners at second and third. Mets lead 4-2. Top of the 4th here at the vet. 1986. 5-3. And against the lefty, that is a ballpark single. That is a 2. Hernandez is a lefty, and a ballpark single is a 1 to 11. That's going to be a single 1-star. That's a base hit. So coming in is going to be Hernandez. Dykstra will hold. Hernandez will get a hit. It's going to be 5-3. On ceiling roll 1-3, refer to catcher throwing possible arm. That's correct. Possible error. That's right. Now, of course, the thing about this, it's a 1-star single in a ballpark. But Lenny Dykstra with a running rating of 1-17, I'm pretty sure if I was playing inside pitch, he would score. But that's okay. That's a 1-star single on a ballpark. But a ballpark single, Dykstra would score from second, whether the ball was at the first, third, second, it wouldn't matter. A running rating of 1-17, he would score an inside pitch. But that's okay. I will take the run. So Dykstra goes to third. It's a base hit for Hernandez. And now it's 5-2 Mets. And here comes Carter. And Carter is 1-for-1, a double and a walk. Hernandez is not going to try to steal, and nothing on Havoc. I don't know how much longer Carlton's going to stay out there, but Carlton right now, he only went usually 5 innings as a starter. So he's already down 5-2. So let's see what happens here. And that is a 3-8. 3-8 against the lefty. That is a walk, and now the bases are loaded. So here comes the straw, and he already has a bomb. So bases are loaded. Strawberry hit his first home run of the season and the last time up. So he's 1-for-2. Carlton will deal with him. 2 outs here, top of the 4th. A home run here by the straw could really be nice. Nothing on Havoc. So Carlton will deal with the straw man. Bases loaded. And here comes the pitch. And that is a 2-10. And that is a swing. That is a miss. And that is a strikeout. And the inning is over. But 2 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. 1 stolen base and a couple of walks. The Mets have a 5-2 lead. What do I think of the paper quality of the Strat cards? Garbage. Way too flimsy. Way too flimsy. If you're not, at least with the inside pitch cards, if you bend them a little bit, they can be rebent back out of shape, bent back into shape. But these cards, I tell you, you got to be very careful with these. I'm sure these will tear easily. These will tear easily. I think the quality is crap. Multi-million-dollar corporation, and you can't make the cards they had. The original cards they had. Remember the original cards when they weren't perforated? When you actually got the cards, already wrapped up. The non-perforated cards, because I remember those. Okay, those were good quality. Those could take a punishment. These, no, they can't take no punishment. It's too bad these guys don't make a deluxe season. You can order a special season and it'd be deluxe on better cards, better paper. You get all the players. Something like if Stratomatic and maybe even inside pitch. Maybe one day Chris may do maybe a deluxe season. You can choose a season you want, but he will do that on the same kind of card stock that Joe Bryan has for payoff pitch. I would buy probably a season like that, and Stratomatic could do the same stupid thing. All right, bottom of the 4th, 5-2 Mets. Fernandez up, and John Russell leads off for the Phillies. Chuck Rawlings joins us here. Happy Turkey Day to you too, my good friend. So he'll pitch to Russell here. Should have your choice of Game Boys, not be stuck with just Wrigley. They used to. I thought they had didn't they have a Polo Grounds board or something like that? Or didn't they have Polo Grounds at one point? Or Yankees, or old Yankee Stadium? I thought they did. Let's see here. 4-8. And against the righty, that is a 2, and that's a base hit. So once again, John Russell's going to get a leadoff base hit. And now here comes Shu. He has a home run in the ball game. He's 1-for-1. Russell not stealing. Nothing on Havoc. Fernandez will pitch. Fernandez, let's see here. Fernandez will pitch 6-8. And against the righty, that's a strikeout. Struck him out. And that is strikeout number 5 for Fernandez, for El Cid. Here's Jeltz. Anything on Havoc? Nope. Russell not going anywhere, though. Fernandez with the pitch. 3-2. And against the lefty, that is a line out to third base max. So if I'm correct, that is going to be a line out to third and then throws to first for a double play. And I know there's a rule you make if it's a possible triple play. But no, so 3-2 is a line out. That is a double play. So a line out to 5, and the throw goes to first to get Russell. And that will end the inning. So no runs and a hit for the Phillies. And 5-2 Mets after 4. Carlton's going to try to pitch the 5th. Yes, it is possible to get a triple play in Scooney, but it's only on the rare play board, which really a triple play is very rare. So yes, you can get a triple play. There is a triple play reading on the rare play board for inside pitch. Yes, there is. You can have a triple play. It can happen. So top of the 5th inning. And here's George Foster, and he's 1 for 2, has a base hit. This is probably Carlton's last inning. He is due to lead off the 6th. Lead off the 5th. 2-11, and against the lefty, that is it. 2-11, that is a ballpark home run check. That is a 4, and a ballpark home run. Foster is a righty. And that is a 10, and that is gone. Kaboom! The $10 million bum just sent the baseball to Mars. Home run, George Foster. So George Foster clocks clocks one out, and it is now 6-2 Mets. And now the batter is Ray Knight. Just think if you were doing inside pitch tonight instead of replay, we could have you doing strat and me doing inside pitch in back-to-back streams. Talk about Pizarro. You're right. Yeah, exactly. Hey, remember, if you ordered the 1993 season, you could just wait for that to come in and then just finish off your 1993 season with inside pitch now? Or do you want to use your 1993 season for your next game of the week? Although you still haven't finished 1975. So, who knows? Here's Ray Knight. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And Carlton, I think he's done. That's going to be it for Carlton. He's due to lead off. But that'll be it for Carlton. Carlton is out of here. So the Phillies are going to go to the bullpen. Let's see who they got here. And let's see. Let me see here we got here for the Phillies. Let's see, Knight, right? Coming on to pitch for the Phillies is going to be Larry Anderson. I'll bring him on. I'll bring him in. So here's Larry Anderson. He'll come up to pitch. He's probably only in for 1 inning. So Larry Anderson will go ahead and pitch. Jeremy Marshall joins us here for some Stratomatic. Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir. I'm waiting until Friday to get 1993 so you get another season 10% off. I'm that cheap. Jeez. Okay. Fine. You would have stuck with him so you're leading off with the pitcher next inning. I know that, but he's already given up 6 runs. I think they would yank him. So here's it. Remember, the Phillies were not that great in 1986 anyway, but I think he's seen enough. So here's Larry. I know you're not wrong there, Mike. You're not wrong. I'm just going to play it that way. Here's Larry Anderson. He'll go up against Knight. Knight is 0 for 1 with a walk. Double switch was in order. And it's the 5th inning. Can I do a double switch? Let's see. Larry Anderson, he's due to bleed off. Who would I take out? Let's see. Double switch. Double switch was in order. Well, I could still haven't rolled the dice yet. Larry Anderson could take over for Jeltz. Jeltz is at short. Do I have another shortstop? I don't think so. I think Jeltz is the only shortstop I had. And I don't want to get rid of Rick Shue because he hit a home run. John Russell's the catcher. I mean, I have Dalton, but I don't think it makes a difference. I'm gonna say Anderson comes in for 1 inning. Rick Shue hit 7th, but he hit a bomb. He hit a home run. I don't think I'd take out a guy that hit a bomb. 6-2. I'm gonna let him stay in there. So Anderson will pitch. 3-7 against a righty, and that's a walk. So he walks 9th. So gets the leadoff walk. Here's Santana. You are facing the bottom of the order, though. 9th, not a threat to steal. And that is a 1. So that is havoc. That's a wild pitch check. Anderson is a wild pitch rating of 2. He won't make it. So now we'll roll the at bat. And that is a 4-7. And against a righty, that is a 7 over here. So 4-7, righty, 1-14. That's a 7. That is a single for Santana. So Rafael Santana is going to get himself another base hit. 1-star single. So Shue socked one. Oh, God. You know what, Dave? Maybe it was good that you took an extended vacation. So runners at first and second, nobody out. The Phillies are not looking good here. It'll bring up the pitcher, Fernandez. He's going to lay down the bunt. He uses pitcher hitting card number 2, but he'll lay the bunt down. So they'll be expecting the bunt. Anything on Havoc? Nope. So we'll lay the bunt. So we'll lay down the sacrifice bunt. Yeah, jeez. I really wish I could use my tower, but not with this here. And that is a 6, and that is hit to the third baseman. That is a 10, and let's see. His bunt rating, Sid Fernandez's bunt rating is an A. With the infield in or corners in, refer to the next letter on the chart. Roll all 3 dice. I think the corners would be in. So his bunt rating is going to be a B, and that's going to be a pop out. So he pops out trying to bunt, and that's 1 down. So Fernandez can't lay down. So Fernandez can't lay out on the bunt. That's a pop out to third. So the runners hold. So now the batter is Nails. Nails is 1 for 3. Anything on Havoc? Nope. So Anderson will go ahead and pitch. And that is a 4-10. And against the lefty, that is a strikeout. He just got it, too. So he strikes out Nails 2 away. And now here's Tuffle. He'll stay in the game, even though Backman's better against righties. Nothing on Havoc. So Anderson will pitch. And that is a 3-3. And against a righty, that is a ground ball to the shortstop. That'll be handled by Jeltz. And the throw goes over to end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits. A solo bomb by George Foster. And he did hit 10 homers that year before the Mets got rid of him. And we go to the bottom of the 5th, 6-2 Mets. El Cid will come in. Pinch hitter coming in for Larry Anderson. He will be done. And let's see who they're going to bring in against Fernandez. And it is going to be... You need a righty. It is going to be Luis Aguayo. So Luis Aguayo will come on to pinch hit for the pitcher here to start the bottom of the 5th. Playing Jerry Marshall, playing 72 Carlton versus 72 Braves. Later, seeing lefty will get 27 W's in strat replay. And yes, and you know, of course, there, Jeremy, I'm doing an Inside Pitch 1972 replay starting New Year's Day. And speaking of Carlton, he is the New Year's Day starter. Starting that, we have the Phillies and the Cubs for the start for the opening day for 1972 Inside Pitch. Steve Carlton versus Fergie Jenkins. I'm looking forward to that matchup. 1-7, and against the lefty, that is a pop out to short, one down. So Aguayo is gone. So here comes Reedus. Reedus is 1 for 2. Yes, 1972 is going to be fun. And although we still have to wait till New Year's Day, you guys know that'll be you guys know that game will be here. That day will be here before you know it. Also, remember, I will have a 1972 demo game featuring the Cincinnati Reds and the Oakland Athletics. That demo game, I've still not decided to do it on December 23rd or the 24th. If I do a game early enough on Christmas Eve, would you guys still watch it? 5-8. And against a righty, that's a strikeout. So Fernandez gets another K. That is strikeout number 6 for him. 2 down. And now the batter is Thompson. Thompson is 0 for 2. So Fernandez got hit hard early, but he has calmed down. 6-8. And against the lefty, that is going to be a swing. That is going to be a miss. And that is going to be strikeout number 7 for El Cid. 1, 2, 3. Go the Phillies. Mets holding on to a 6-2 lead after 5. Top of the 6th coming up. And let's see. Mets have Hernandez, Carter, and Strawberry. So 2 lefties and a righty coming up. Let's see who the Phillies want to bring on. And they will go with, I think they'll go with Carmen. I think Carmen, even though he pitched in the last game, but I'll let him go. Here comes Don Carmen. He'll come on to pitch. Carmen a lefty, so Don Carmen will go up against Hernandez, Carter, and Strawberry. So start the top of the 6th inning. As far as pitcher fatigue, I actually am trying to keep track of fatigue. But this is only the 2nd straight day. I'm pretty sure all the relievers are available on a 2nd straight day. Yeah, Jeter hit a home run in the 9th inning Yankee Stadium the other day. Johnny, not Derek. White Sox. There's Carmen against Keith Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. 6-7 against the lefty, and that is a strikeout. He is not tired, so that dot don't mean anything, so he struck him out. Here comes the kid. Carter is 1 for 1. He's got a double, but he's walked twice. $112, and that is a 12 against the lefty. 112, and that is a ballpark home run chance, and he's a righty, and that is gonna be an out. Just got under it. A 1-10 would have been a ballpark home run. That is a 12, and that is going to be a fly out the left. As he just gets under that, 2 away. Here comes the straw. Strawberry hit a bomb, his first home run of the season. He's 1 for 3. 6-8. I'm sorry, 5-8. 5-8, and that's a pop out to second base, and that will do it. So 1, 2, 3 go the Mets as Don Carmen gets a job done. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Fernandez will stay out there. I'm pretty sure he would. Juan Samuel leads off for the Phillies. He is 0 for 2. Whatever. Let's see here. 5-5, and against the righty, that is a strikeout. He is not tired, of course. He's only this is his relief is fatigue inning, but he's not tired. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8 for Fernandez. Having a much better game than what he did historically in this game. Here is Michael Jack Schmidt. He is 0 for 1, reached on an error and a walk. 6-7, and that's a ground ball, second base X. Wow, first time in a while I had an actual fielding check. Ground ball, second base, that's at the Tuffle. Tuffle, not that great range. His range is a 4. So range is a 4. That is a 10, and that is a G3. That's a possible out as long as it doesn't make an error. Tuffle's error rating is 21. And that is a 14. And he will not make an error. Tuffle's got it. And he will toss it over and make the play. Out number 2. Here's Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 2. Never understood why the Mets gave up Dykstra for Samuel. Because Frank Cashin, who was the Mets general manager who built the 1986 Mets, decided to take apart the 1986 Mets. There are many reasons why the Mets should have won more championships in the 80s than they did. But drugs, women, everything, what could have been? Mets could have, that 80 team wasn't, and the funny thing is the 1988 Mets were actually better, but they got beat by the Dodgers that year. Here's Wilson. Wilson 0 for 2. And that is a 1-7. And against the lefty, that is a ground ball shortstop A. That'll be handled by Santana. And that is another 1-2-3 inning for Sid Fernandez. 6-2 Mets after 6. Fernandez cruising along. Top of the 7th. Carmen will stay out there. This is 1986, not 2023. And he will pitch to George Foster. 3 righties coming up. Carmen will stay out there. So Carmen will pitch. Foster 2 for 3, a home run and a single. But Carmen will pitch to him as Carmen goes into his second inning of relief. 1-8, ground ball, and that is a ground ball to third, handled there by Rick Shue, and 1 out. Here is Ray Knight. Knight is 0 for 1, but he's walked twice. And that is a 3-9. And a 3-9 against the lefty is a, wow, all of those hits. And he gets the fly ball right field beat. So fly out to right, 2 down. Ron McGrath joins us here. Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir. And now here's Santana. He'll bat. Santana have a good night, 2 for 3. 2 singles. 6-9 against the righty, and Santana's going to get another one. That's a 14. And that is going to be a base hit for Santana. So Santana's going to get his third hit of the game. So he is having a career night. And now the batter is Fernandez. He has reached his fatigue inning. But I forget how many outs, what he can do here in the fatigue. So let me check that real fast to see if I want to pinch it for him. But I don't think I want to. So let's see here. So do I want him to reach his point of weakness and an inning after that allows combination of 3 hits or unintentional walks in the same inning? Use the advanced POW system to add these features. Okay. So he gives up 3 hits. Once a pitcher reaches his point of one, he gives any inning after that, allows any combination of 3 hits or unintentional walks in the same inning. His point of weakness begins with the next batter after the 3rd hit and or walk. He reaches POW inning and allows any combination of 4 hits in 2 consecutive innings, or POW begins the next batter after that. You got 2 outs. You got a runner on first. They got a 4-run lead, and he is a lefty. And that is a ground ball to shortstop X. So ground ball to shortstop. That is Jeltz. His range is a 3. That's a 16. He will make the play. And Jeltz's error rating is a 27-10. That'll be good. Jeltz will get it. And he is going to throw to first to get Fernandez. And that'll end the inning. So no runs and a hit. As Don Carmen comes in here, is shutting down the Mets. As Carlton couldn't do it, but Carmen is. So 6-2 at the 7th inning stretch. So going in the bottom of the 7th, and it will be John Russell leading off. Fernandez has now reached his point of weakness. Okay, he's now in the 7th, but they're going to let him pitch at least the 7th inning before they go to McDowell and Orozco. Russell, however, having a good night. He's 2 for 2, a single and a double. But he doesn't release his point of weakness until he gets 3 hits in this inning, right? 3 hits for 3 walks, for a combination of 3 and 3. So Fernandez will pitch 5-4, and that is going against a righty. That is a fly to center field.